Hey, welcome to KocoSports Weekly Monday Night Raw Review. I am the huge one, Dave Koco from KocoSports.com or KocoSports.net. It's where the world comes to kick ass, home for combat sports, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. Also now from ProWrestling.me. It's our new social media site. We're going on a soft launch. You can be a Pioneer member now. Sign up to ProWrestling.me. We have Project Wrestling joining up. We have a bunch of indies signing up hopefully soon. Get a couple podcasters and have ourselves a great community. But we'll hard sell that towards the end of the month or towards the end of the year. But just head over there now to become a Pioneer member. As always, we ask you win, loss, or tie. What did you think of tonight's show? Please put down in the comments below. First, before I give my win, loss, or tie, I just want to apologize for the show being late. I needed a babysitter. My babysitter was late. I didn't want to go on the air without my little baby Leo being watched, so now that's good. And I got to watch the Brock Lesnar podcast, Stone Cold Steve Austin Brock Lesnar podcast, so we didn't have to go one-on-one. I'm sure our views are going to hurt. Damn you and your podcast right after Raw, WWE. But we'll still make the best of it. I enjoyed it. Brock came off as a fairly humble guy, and it just seemed like a conversation between two friends. And it didn't seem like Chris Jericho giving a blowjob. Stone Cold is a million times better at giving interviews than Chris Jericho. So overall, I thought it was really good, and it was cool. So definitely worth checking out. I don't think there's anything groundbreaking. Wrestling Ranted did tweet about how hard work Brock had and all the chances he took, and that was a very interesting part of the story. But overall, just two friends having a conversation and no Chris Jericho blowjobs needed. Again, I ask you in the comments, please put win, loss, or tie. Sorry we're late. Babysitters, Brock Lesnar, real life. Damn you, real life. As Big Show blames MySpace and the internet for everything, I'm going to blame real life for everything. Damn, real life getting away with the internet. Win, loss, or tie, I feel like a bit of a softie here. It was Legends Night. They pulled out every legend possible. Everyone did their job except one guy. Dun, 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 dun. And I don't know. I'm going to give it a win. But with that said, I question my own judgment sometimes. Sometimes you have to sit back, look yourself in the mirror, and be like, Koco, are you going soft in your old age? And the reason I say that is the last three Raws up to this Raw was some of the worst Monday Night Raws in the history of fucking universe. Of the fucking universe. I mean, and I'm not even comparing it to television shows. I'm talking about like raw steaks and shit. I've seen raw steaks fucking thrown around in goddamn mud that fucking was more just better for you than the last three Monday Night Raws. The last three Monday Night Raws were beyond fucking painful. Now, it's one of those things, if you have a horrible, horrible wife or a horrible, horrible fiance, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, and then you have like a normal relationship, maybe you're like, holy shit, this is the greatest relationship I've ever fucking had in my life. And I'm wondering if that's what's going on here with Monday Night Raw. Like, the three prior were painful. Were absolutely painful. The three Monday Night Raws prior to this Monday Night Raw were so painful that I run a bunch of businesses. I work for a bunch of schools. I work for a bunch of charities. I do a bunch of shit. I wear a lot of different hats. But I try to schedule out time Tuesday because I live in Tokyo. Tuesday, I try to schedule out time to watch Monday Night Raw and review it because it's a hobby. The last 3 weeks, I was like, I'd rather be at work. And that's not good. When you're like, I do this for fun. I do this for a hobby. Oh, it's fun if I can pass the time. And the last 3 weeks were so goddamn bad that I was like that. So I enjoyed this Monday Night Raw. But is it because I've been in a horrible relationship? Is it because Monday Night Raws have been so bad that they just give you an average one and you're like, everything is awesome? So I give it a win, but a questionable win. I'm starting to question my own values. So down in the comments, if you could, win, loss, or tie. LK wanted to be on the show, so go show some love at ProWrestling.me. LK VIP. He's trying to start a VIP section. Go show him some love on ProWrestling.me. Wrestling Ranted. A lot of you are really upset about Wrestling Ranted. The contract's not real. That was just like a joke between me and Wrestling Ranted. Wrestling Ranted is more than welcome to come on. But yeah, some people like really get mad at Wrestling Ranted. Like, who said when Brock Lesnar? I'm like, I think that was a joke. I don't think so. But, It's fun to poke fun at wrestling ranting, but to be seriously mad at him, that's where I draw the line. All right, let's break this bad boy down. I give it a weak win, a questionable win. And it was Legends Night, and it was a good night, and everyone did their job. Everyone did what they were supposed to, except one fucking guy. Down in the comments, I'll give you 3 guesses, but you're only going to need dun 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 dun. All right, so it comes out, and I'm reading, by the way, so people that know, I like to give a prop to whoever I'm reading. I'm reading this week on BleacherReport.com. Sometimes I switch websites and stuff just to have the results. They get pushed in the head, and if I don't actually have it, I'll skip something. All right, so thank you, Bleacher Report, for your live results. Austin comes out. He starts it off with a promo. Dallas goes absolutely insane. They did this Twitter bullshit like, oh, he might be there. He might not be there. Stop it, WWE. All right? And the reason I say that is because, yeah, you want to surprise the television audience. You want to – dude, don't fucking do that to the live audience. Don't do – oh, Austin's going to be there. Just kidding. He's not. Oh, he's going to be – fuck you. Fuck you. If your product's good, you don't need surprises. I just thought about that would be a good time for a celebrity to walk by and say hello. But, because this product's not too good. But, yeah, to me, I just thought that was bullshit. But I enjoyed it. He started talking about the history of Dallas. I love hearing about the history. Dallas is such a great wrestling city, great sports city, all around great city. I enjoyed my times at Dallas. I never lived there. I just visit a lot. A lot of my best friends live in Dallas. But with that said, people go crazy, and then The Undertaker shows up, Brock Lesnar shows up, Paul Heyman shows up, and, for Monday Night Raw, I'm acceptable. This is for WrestleMania, I did bitch a little bit, like, oh, who gives a fuck? But for Monday Night Raw, I'm like, oh, okay, this is where this is at. And it got people excited. It got some legends, some stars that normally are not there, trying to talk them into the building. I don't know. I might not have watched this pay-per-view, to be honest with you. I know I still got to review it and shit. But this show really saved it. On paper, the pay-per-view doesn't look too bad. But, yeah, they did a lot of talking in the building, and they used the legends correctly. So it was a great opening segment, mostly because we don't see those guys every week. There's something special about seeing someone rare. It's just like having kids. If you're at home because you're a writer and a loser and run your own businesses, they don't see you. But like if you go out for like 2-3 days, come back, they're like, yeah, Daddy's awesome. So it was a Daddy's awesome moment because he's not always there. So there you go. Overall, a pretty awesome segment just because it had a new cast of characters, and it was great to see some legends and all that. So, boom, from there, you got after the break. Dun, 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 dun. John Cena makes the way to the ring. Loud John Cena sucks chance. On ProWrestling.me, let's see, I'm trying to promote ProWrestling.me more. In our forums, boom, Zachary asked, how do you think John Cena's introduction into the Hall of Fame is? Because he's going to go into the Hall of Fame. How do you think it's going to be? Do you think people are going to boo? Do you think people are going to forgive him? Do you think it's going to be a Wayne Gretzky moment? So what do you think about John Cena and his introduction to the Hall of Fame? What happens? What type of reaction is he going to get? I went to WrestleMania 24, and I've been to a couple WrestleManias, but WrestleMania 24 was the one with the Hall of Fame, and that I could have went to. Instead, I went to Ring of Honor. I don't want to fucking dress up in a suit. It's, hearing speeches live, it's not the same as you can just go to the network and watch it on USA and all that. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what it is. Then you have John Cena and the Dudley Boys. For the love of fucking Christ, John. For the love of fucking Christ. Versus the New Day. They're really trying to push the New Day. I'm enjoying the New Day. I think they had a horrible gimmick. I finally watched a Table for 3 with the New Day. And I enjoyed it. I'm a big fan of the athletes. The gimmick is kind of growing on me, and it's just one of the same things with the Stardust gimmick, Damian Sandow. There's just people that are like, this is a shitty gimmick, but we're going to make the best of it. And I think all 3 athletes in New Day are doing that. New Day does get the win, and of course the Dudleys take the pin because fuck my life. And then after the Dudleys and John Cena attacked the New Day. And every legend, every person, the one thing about this role, even if you didn't like this role, one thing you had to do, the legends and certain people all did their job to try to pass the torch. All did their job to try to, move this along. Except John Cena. That's why I don't think he's leaving. I honestly don't think he's leaving. I think it's like, oh, well, they think he's leaving. Hey, what the fuck, man? What the fuck, dude? And it's just like, if The Undertaker, if Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar, if Stone Cold, Ric Flair, of all these fucking guys that they've lined up tonight can do the right thing, why the fuck did you have to attack the New Day afterwards and be the best of them? Why? Why? Why fucking do that, dude? I can't wait for you to just fucking go away forever. Go away forever. Because here's the problem. WWE last three Raws were absolutely horrible. I need to stress that. But they have a lot of talent, and they have a lot of people doing the right thing, except John Cena. So it's like you have like 400 great fucking athletes, and I'm being a little sarcastic, but I don't know. You got all the WWN athletes, you have all the NXT athletes, all the thing. Fuck that. I'll go with 400 because they have access to fucking a lot of goddamn athletes. You have access to all the athletes. You have basically a fucking monopoly. There's very few athletes you don't have access to, and it's all to help John Cena look strong and get over. I don't fucking get it. Like, it's just, he does, I don't even say one step forward. He looks like he fakes the funk on doing a step forward and then just runs around going, I'm over, yeah, look at me, am I great? It's just, it's got to the point now that, like, what do you have to say? It's just like, all right. Of course John Cena has to beat up fucking New Day. Why the fuck wouldn't he? Did anyone else have that opportunity? I just don't understand how everything is handed to him and then people defend him. I don't fucking understand it. He's literally the Walton kids. It's just, that's not fair because at least the Walton's family fucking did something. I just think he's a horrible fucking human being. And, like, I don't know how to fucking word it any different, Like, I know what I think. I think, I used to pay attention to podcasts, but now I just kind of pay attention to my own because I've been so fucking busy. But the big thing about podcasting, and maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, is why does everyone hate John Cena? People don't even ask that anymore. Like, oh no, we figured it out. We figured it out. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, I honestly believe it takes now 3 shows. If you watch 3 Monday Night Raws in a row, any Monday Night Raws with John Cena on, 3 Monday Night Raws with John Cena on, you hate him. If not, I just, like, what the fuck, dude? He's handed everything. There's nothing. I don't understand worshiping the elite. I don't understand being a Superman fan. And that's not fair to Superman. Superman has fucking drama. He has, like, I don't understand. I don't understand fucking, like, it's like playing Madden on the easy level, getting 255 points and going around, you're the greatest, and then don't dare play your friends on a controller. I don't fucking grasp, like, that way of thinking. Like, what's relatable to them? Are you handed everything? Like, even like, here's the thing. Like, a lot of people pretend to be a lot richer than they are on Facebook. A lot of people tend to be a lot smarter in social media. Like, they try to put their best image forward. No one goes, oh, I had everything handed to me. And that's what fucking John Cena literally is. That's the fucking story. He's literally handed everything. So, like, even in a social media Generation Me type situation where people are like, I'm great, I'm awesome, look at me, buy my pink t-shirt, like, even his story is everything is handed to him. Like, I mean, do you even buy he's an underdog? Do you buy that he works harder than anyone else? I mean, do you buy this fucking story anymore? I don't grasp it. Overall, the match would have been a million times better without John Cena. John Cena ruins everything. He's just a horrible fucking human being. Moving on. Next, Randy Orton. This is for you, LK. according to LK and JBL, is if you were going to build a sports entertainer from the ground floor up, you'd have Randy Orton. No, it's more like if you wanted a staring champion. If you ever wanted to go to an Abercrombie and Fitch and have the fucking model dude stare at you way too long, and you wanted to build that guy from the ground up, that's Randy fucking Orton right there. Randy Orton, there's a picture of him fucking just chilling the fuck out in a hospital bed. He was attacked. So they're like, oh, who's going to be our partner? Dun, dun, dun. Moving on. We return to see Ambrose being interviewed by Renee Young. Oh, look at the cute couple. She asks him what she'll do now that Orton won't be at Hell in a Cell. Ambrose says he's going to pick a fight with Harper and Strowman. And that's it. So basically it's setting up to they need a partner. That's what they're teasing throughout. And they deliver pretty goddamn good. And of course, you have John Cena, the fucking whore, so you got to have his whore girlfriend because they can leave fucking early. Like, if we're not going to be on top, let's do it. You have Alicia Fox and Nikki Bella. And listen, WWE, listen. We know you're going to have John Cena and this cockwarmer. Can you at least do us a favor and put in a Cesaro match in between? Can you do us a favor and maybe put a decent cruiserweight match? You know what I mean? Just do us a fucking favor. I've come to the realization that John Cena will always be a part of my life. You know, he's a fucking disease that we can't get rid of. I've been sick before, and you know what? Sometimes you just have to suck it the fuck up and deal with it. You're just like, all right, well, now this is part of my life. This disease, this injury is part of my life. I'm with you on that. All right, so John Cena is always going to be there. He's going to be a fucking disease. Can we at least have a match in between? You know what I mean? Like, you have beat us down so much that, like, back in the Attitude Era, back during the Monday Night Wars, back in WCW, back in the day when you fucking tried, even during the fucking After the Invasion angle, which people thought was the worst time in pro wrestling. Oh, good news, it got a lot worse. At least you tried. Can we at least just put a match between John Cena and his cockwarmer? That's all I'm asking for, dude. We know, it's like, if anyone out there that's ever been injured, maybe nerve damage, maybe you got a fucking disease, maybe you just have to live your life a different way and you just accept it. You're like, all right, well, this is my life now. I twitch a lot more. I stutter a lot more. It's just part of who the fuck I am. We understand John Cena is a part of who the fuck we are because fucking you hate us. But with that said, can you at least, we're not asking for a good show because that's never going to fucking ever happen on Vince McMahon's watch. And Triple H, if you drop the fucking ball when it's your turn, I'm done. But can you at least be like, you know what? You just saw John Cena Diva. Let's fucking put a decent match in between his match and fucking his fucking alleged whore. Can we at least do that? It's everything wrong with the Divas Revolution in one match. Alicia Fox and Nikki Bella versus Naomi and Sasha Banks. You know what? You ever just see someone that's overqualified for something? Like, I have a friend. I don't want to say a friend. She's a student. She's a lot younger than me. I have a friend. She's about 23, and she works at an ice cream shop. Japanese girl. Knows 3 languages and has a PhD. Smartest girl ever. And she's okay with working in an ice cream shop. And you're like, oh, man, I'm so happy that you're happy for working in an ice cream shop. But, you're good looking. You're smart. You're amazing. And you still work at an ice cream shop. I don't want to judge you too harshly because you seem happy about working at the ice cream shop. But, there's so much more that you could be doing. I like to call that friend Sasha Banks. You just feel bad for her. You're just like, all right, son, what do you want, Sasha? Why? So she can get fucking pinned by Nikki Bella? Is that what the fuck we want? No. Fuck, man. And this is a good Raw. It gets a lot better from here, folks. Maybe. Basically, Nikki and fucking Alicia Fox win because life's not fair and women in WWE are horse. Oh, you shouldn't say that. Would you want your daughter to be Nikki Bella? And if you do, maybe you need some help with parenting. All right, let's see if there's any live comments. Boom, 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 boom. At Joe O'Hare Comedy, liked us and tweeted us. Much love. Blood on the Mat. At Blood on the Mat with 1 T. tweeted us. D-Rock says, hey, I just wanted to share this with you. Evie from last week's NXT wrestles for Shimmer. Another one, Kay Lee Ray, will be on NXT soon. Evie, we talked about this in our NXT review. Evie is amazingly beautiful. And her ring name is Evie and Shimmer. So, yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out. I don't know how good of a wrestler she is because, she went against Green McGreen's Monster. She went against the Boston's Green Monster. But with that said, she was beautiful, like a natural beauty, not like fucking John Cena's fucking whore bag. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Franielli says, okay, Rant is going to fulfill his contract obligation. Franielli on Facebook. I don't know. Wrestling Ranted, he's like the real life Brock Lesnar. He shows up when he wants to. We have an open door policy. We would like to have Wrestling Ranted all the time, but Wrestling Ranted's like, oh, I have my own channel. I want to make money. And these are things that we cannot provide for Wrestling Ranted. Hopefully one day we can. And we'll be like, here you go, Wrestling Ranted. So, and we need to get Wrestling Ranted more active in ProWrestling.me. You too, Franielli. Everyone, go to ProWrestling.me. Tonight we had a show full of tag team action. Theodore Largo would have been proud. Yeah, he would have. I think Vince will introduce Cena for the Hall of Fame. I don't know. I would have Stephanie. That's Stephanie's bag of shit. Stephanie is the one that she's the reason all this happened. Vince McMahon, sure, he's had Cena's fucking balls and fucking penis in his mouth, and Vince McMahon has had fucking Cena, he's basically been inside Cena before, allegedly. But, that fucking direct fucking bag of shit is Stephanie McMahon and Vince being like, yeah, we'll go with Stephanie says. I think Stephanie should be the one that fucking introduces them. Fucking, you know what I mean? It's your bag of shit. Have your fucking moment together, you pieces of shit. I could just imagine him coming to the podium, spring up his pants to introduce Cena. Then we will Cena follow after him while generally cleaning his mouth. Yeah. Oh, man, yeah. It's just so close to being good. It's just, why does he have to ruin everything? And I don't think he's going anywhere, just because I'm a miserable prick that fucking hates my life, and I know he's not going to fucking do it. All right. Rob, a.k.a. Cynical, says hi. Hey, what's up, pal? What's going down in the hood? And we have some live YouTube comments. Nothing on the Google Plus yet. All right. 11-1. Not too bad. I didn't think we were going to have that many views. Thumbs up, so I appreciate it. That one guy. What the fuck, man? I'm sorry. Let's see. Kevin Eric Snell says all the stops were pulled out and still barely a win. That's a good point right there. Slightly too good to be a tie. Cena helped the Dudleys. Oh, no. Every team that has accepted Cena's help has lost their crowd favorability and was doomed. See Crime Time and the Usos. That's very true. It's just because, no one wants to see fucking someone you root for. It's like having a favorite player and then he's on the team you hate. It's like having a friend. I don't know, it's like having a friend and then he's just friends with the rich guy. You have a really cool guy. We'll name him, I don't know, Mr. Potato Head. You and Mr. Potato Head are best friends. And Mr. Potato Head, he hangs out with fucking Cena, who just basically is the guy whose dad owns the fucking car dealership locally, and he's the really fucking cool guy, and he has nothing to offer except he does steroids, and his dad owns a fucking car dealership. And if you're like, wow, that's just like in my neighborhood. They're in everyone's neighborhood. So, John Cena with his steroids and his money and always talking about how his dad owns a car dealership. And Mr. Potato Head and you and him are boys, but then you see Mr. Potato Head just sucking his dick so that he can get a deal on the car and be fucking with him. You just lose respect for him. You're like, all right, Mr. Potato Head, don't fucking bother coming back. You've made your choice. Kevin Eric Snell, before all this is over, I swear they're going to have Nikki pin Ric Flair. Yeah, sure, why the fuck not? Who gives a shit? Just give them everything. I treat Nikki Bella, John Cena, and WWE booking of them the same way as if I had a life sentence in prison. It's just part of my life. Sure, why not? Just give him everything. Like, if I could ask John Cena one question, what would it take for you just to fucking go away? What would it take? I would love for him to have, and don't be, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You were a failed bodybuilder that Stephanie McMahon fell in love with. You'd be basically Triple H if he wasn't married to Stephanie, if he didn't get to Stephanie first. Yeah, no, you're not a good person. And what would it take? How much money? Don't give us you love pro wrestling bullshit. If you are going to do a Fox Sports thing or whatever the fuck you're doing, some reality TV show, I'm going to support you beyond fucking belief as long as you don't get back in the wrestling ring. I mean, look how awesome Dave Bautista is when he's not wrestling. When Dave Bautista doesn't fucking wrestle, he's like the greatest human being ever. As soon as he gets in that wrestling ring, he's goddamn Dave Bautista. If John Cena is leaving, which I don't believe, granted, it's everywhere, but I don't believe it, you know? It's like, you know, a judge is going to give you parole. No, we're in the John Cena prison together. Don't fucking believe it until you actually walk out. Yeah, dude, whatever you do outside of pro wrestling, I don't even give a fuck. Like, if John Cena has a reality TV show where he goes around fucking kicking babies and puppies, he's like, dun, 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 dun! And this week we're going to Florida to kick a chihuahua. This week we're going to Brazil to kick a baby in the face. I'm supporting you 100%. 100%, as long as you never fucking wrestle again. Matter of fact, if the show is, I'm going to find Dave Koco to fucking punch him right in his fat fucking triple chin, I'll start a Kickstarter and make that happen. Just don't fucking wrestle. Don't wrestle, please. For the love of fucking Christ, be successful at something else. Kevin Eric Snell, before all this is over, we already read that. Brandon Matthews says loss after 3 6-man tag matches were booked. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. I think the wrestling has been so fucking horrible that we're like, fuck it. We're going to do it. Other than the Legends being on that was go home because we don't know what the fuck we are doing show. This was so predictable. Paige has been buried. I disagree with that. I don't think Paige has been buried. I think Paige is sold out. I mean, she's just not the Paige that we know and love. She's not the Paige that we love from England. She's not the Paige. She's a Bella. There's no fucking difference between her and a Bella. Still watching videos of people taking a shit on Kevin Dunn on YouTube. I hope that's literally. Found out about what really happened with Kenny King and ROH. What a douchebag. Yeah. I mean, it's just wrestlers are wrestlers. I don't know. Kenny King, I don't know. I've just been around wrestlers so much that I'm like, oh, okay. He turned his back. I imagine, hold on. I imagine you're talking about Kenny King leaving Ring of Honor for TNA and the way he left and then came back. Unless there's something else you're talking about, Brandon. I could be completely wrong. Like, fuck Kenny King. Meanwhile, Ring of Honor fucking did something horrible with Kenny King. Fuck Kevin Dunn. Reboot needed. What the fuck? It's so goddamn hot in this fucking place. What the hell, Tokyo? Get your weather going. It was cold the last 3-4 days, and now it's hot as hell. I'm sweating here. You know what? Damn you, Tokyo. All right, reboot needed, says Ty. The Legends pulled the show up to a watchable level. John Cena is killing my memories of the Dudley Boys. Yep. Can you imagine ECW Dudleys down where they are? Oh, well. Champ won clean, too little, too late. I actually enjoy the Seth Rollins HBK promo. For me, that was the spot of the night. Rennie Sums, Big Rick, a.k.a. Ezekiel Jackson, a.k.a. Eye Patch, has retired from pro wrestling due to personal reasons. Yeah. I always fucking hated that guy. Puts on an eye patch in Lucha Underground, love him, and then he retires. I think he's just fucking with my emotions. I'm hearing he won't or might not be the Lucha Underground next season. That sucks. I hope they use him in the future or something. Remember kayfabe storyline-wise? He's Willie Mack's cousin, and Davari hit him with a steel chair during the Gift of the Gods match at Ultima Lucha. But I guess I'll see. Yeah. But, you know, if Big Rick and Albert Del Rio are the only ones who lose, I'm going to call that a win. But it's starting to scare me, the list of, plus WWE's going after Prince Puma, but there's a 7-year contract, so it's interesting. Reboot needed. Cena is one by one attacking himself to some of my best memories of WWE and killing him one at a time. I hate the fucking guy. Yeah. I wonder if, like, in the future he's going to regret it, because he's not going to be remembered fondly. I don't think history's going to be kind to John Cena. I think, I don't want to get too political, but I think history's not going to be kind to George W. Bush. I don't care if you're for him or against him. I just don't think history's going to be kind to him. I think John Cena is going to be like that in pro wrestling. I don't think history's going to be kind to him. Rennie Sum says, Mr. Lucha, Chris DeJoseph, and Eric Van seem to be honored that Jim Ross, Jim Cornette, podcast YouTubers have a dislike or hate for men versus women wrestling matches, and promises to put even more intergender matches for season 2 next year. That is so funny. Yeah, I don't really have a. See, it's so weird because I think the people that send questions and comments want me to have like a strong opinion about men versus women in pro wrestling, and I think for me personally, it's a case by case scenario. Like if you have a woman who can't wrestle and can't hold her own, then no. If you have and it depends. Like, see, I think a lot of people do women versus men matches horrible, and I don't think Lucha Underground does it horrible. I think Lucha Underground does it realistic and does it great. So I think when it comes to me, I know a lot of people want me to be an extremist one way or the other. I think for me personally, it's a case by case scenario. Sometimes I'm like, no, it's gone too far. Sometimes I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem. And it depends on the woman, depends on the wrestler, depends on the booking style. So, yeah, I know Jim Ross, Jim Cornette, other podcasters and YouTubers fucking despise it. To me, it's just a case by case scenario. Like, I'll watch it and be like, all right, I enjoyed that. Or I'll watch it and be like, no, that was fucking horrible. Everyone's worse for the situation. So, yeah. Sorry I don't have, like, a strong opinion on it. It's a case-by-case scenario. Like, I thought how they booked Sexy Star for Lucha Underground was perfect. I am Mike Ashman. Brock versus Austin podcast was actually pretty good. I love the fact that Brock simply gives 0 fucks. Yeah. Laugh my ass off. The interview exposed how PC the WWE really is. So sad. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's just WWE now. I watch a lot of South Park. I hang out on Facebook. I've been out of the country. It's weird because I've been out of America for like 7 years, but now it's starting to feel like it's a different country. Like if you travel around a lot, I've been to over 30 countries, but I've always gone back to America. I've always gone back, and like it's weird now that it's been like 7, 8 straight years of never being in America. It does start to feel like another country. So I don't know. Maybe WWE is just fucking giving the product that America wants. It's not what Japan wants. It's not what fucking most people I interact with online want. But I don't know. I guess that would be more suitable for someone that's been in America in the last 8 years. Okay, next. You have probably the segment of the night, the most enjoyable segment. You had Rollins HBK. I'm not very okay. If you're gonna put a dislike on the video, this might be the time. I respect the living shit out of HBK and enjoy his matches. I've never been a big fan of HBK. Maybe it's because I was more of a WCW guy. Maybe Marty Jannetty for life. I do love me some Marty Jannetty. But I never been a fan. I respect the living fuck out of him. I'm not going to throw him under the bus. It's not like he's John Cena, I assure you. But there's not much that I enjoy. I don't know. I respect HBK, but I'm not a fan of him. Same thing with Undertaker. But I really enjoyed this segment. I thought Seth Rollins really showed, his chops. I thought HBK showed his chops. And once again, HBK is doing the right thing. Every fucking legend tonight did the right fucking thing. Everyone on the roster did the right thing that turned the company around. Even if it's just a short-term turnaround for pay-per-view buys. I feel like, okay, downhill. All right, we're moving in the right direction. Everyone did that except one guy. And it's just like, if you're HBK, if you're Undertaker, if you're fucking, if you're all these goddamn legends, do not pull them aside. No, I think that's what makes me fucking sad. That instead of all these legends pulling them aside and be like, no, you're fucking up, they are just cashing in those checks and fucking repeating the company line. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what they say. There's no way HBK and Ric Flair fucking respect John Cena. There's no fucking way. I don't even think Hogan respects him. There's just no fucking way. If you want, study how people fucking lie. Study how people, like, just do like a short class. There's classes, especially in the police department or military, about how people lie. How people lie is how they fucking lie. They lie. They're like, they'll be having a conversation. John Cena comes up and they'll stop. Then you actually see them like reprogram their brain and be like, no, I really respect them. No, you don't. No, you don't. Your tone changed. The way you fucking hold your body changed. It's just not. And look, not only that, but like, I just don't respect. HBK was a fucking badass that fucking fucked over everyone to get on top. He's a horrible fucking human being. Ric Flair, the same fucking way. I don't know about horrible human beings. They're very competitive. Now, they need that fucking money because obviously they didn't fucking save a goddamn penny of it. They're like, oh yeah, I fucking like even Stone Cold Steve Austin. Fuck you, Austin. You would have said that in his prime. Like, I think you would have said that about Brock in his prime. If Stone Cold was in his prime, there's no way he puts over fucking John Cena. If HBK's in his prime, there's no way he doesn't fucking over. And it's sad because they're not being themselves, and that's the saddest fucking thing a human being can be. And it's weird because I've said this before, and I've said it about YouTubers, I've said it about TNA fans, and I've said it about. There's one thing that's weird in the '80s and '90s. People sold out for money. Nowadays, people sell out because they don't even know any fucking better. They don't know how to be themselves. It's fucking disgusting. But besides that, Rollins, HBK, I thought the fucking segment was really good. I fucking enjoyed it. Michaels talked about how, he was in the first Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker 18 years ago. And then Rollins comes out, and they just basically talk shit, and it's just passing the torch. And, a lot of people backstage have been comparing these two. I think a lot of people in WWE hope that Seth Rollins is the next HBK, and I don't know if that will happen, but there you go. After that, Ryback comes down, and I'm not a big fan of Ryback, but they do not do this guy any fucking favors. It's like, Ryback's a monster, we're protecting him. Just kidding! Oh man, he's down in the shitter, building him up. Just kidding! Like, it's just, dude, are you fucking for real? Like, how? Why? No, and I always think, like, Ryback, I think he's one of the most mentally weak fucking wrestlers there is. Not the most mentally weak, but maybe. But he's definitely one of the most mentally weak wrestlers there is. And, like, I just feel bad for him. Like, I'm not a fan of his, but, like, you can protect him. You can make him a star. And you don't. Like why? Seth Rollins does win. It's a pretty good match, but at the same time, I don't know. But that's the thing. It helped Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins needed a win. He got a win. He hit a pedigree. But it just sucks because it hurts the athletes so bad because, as a guy telling a story, as a guy booking, as a guy promoting, the thing what you want to do is you want to protect the athletes as far as you can. You know what I mean? I mean, you're going to have your enhancement talent. You're going to have mid-card talent. You're going to have your ring structure. But you want to build and hide people's weaknesses. WWE only hides one person's weaknesses, and that's John Cena. The rest, they're just like, oh, fuck it. I mean, they'll do it for a little bit. They'll hide Ryback's, Rusev, the new big fucking Wyatt. They'll hide their weaknesses for like a month or two and then just give up. They're just like, oh, I can go lose to goddamn John Cena. Go lose. And it's just sad because I think Ryback could be a huge fucking star. He has the star qualities. I don't think Ryback will ever be a great wrestler, but I think he could be a great sports entertainer. You know, I don't think people are going to clamor and say, "Oh, look at that 5-star match," but I think people are going to buy his T-shirts, chant, get behind him. Just WWE has to get behind him. You know, and then Ryback is going to go on a podcast. He's going to go on fucking blowjobsradio.net, and they're going to be like, well, why aren't you getting over? And he'll be like, goddamn MySpace, the internet, blah, 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 blah. That's just not the fucking case, dude. It's horrible fucking booking. It's a horrible booking, but you're a pussy and you can't say that. No, you're right, Ryback. It's my fault. Matter of fact, Ryback, just blame me. You know, you're a pussy. You can't fucking stand up for yourself. You can't protect yourself. So just blame the internet. Be like, it's Dave Koco. Fucking Dave Koco is the reason my fucking career sucks. That, you know, because it's easier. It's easier to be a pussy than stand up for yourself. Be a star! Poor Ryback, but good for Seth Rollins. At least the fucking champion gets a win. I just wish they put effort into protecting everyone. That's it. You know, I've come to the assumption that you're not going to be a good wrestling show. I've come to the assumption, well, no, that's not fair. I've come to the assumption that you're not going to be a great wrestling show. You know, I understand that you're going to have diseases like Nikki Bella and John Cena. I understand that, but can you at least protect your fucking wrestlers? Can you at least, it's just, what the fuck, man? And it fucking sucks because, like, if Ryback said, no, this doesn't make fucking sense, you're ruining me again, then they just put Ryback in the fucking doghouse like Cesaro. You are breeding fucking cowards. That's what you're breeding. WWE is like, yeah, let's breed a bunch of fucking cowards. But hey, maybe fucking, yay, go Ryback. Yay. And I'm not saying Ryback shouldn't lose to Seth Rollins. I'm definitely not saying that. That match shouldn't fucking happen. You should fucking protect Ryback. You should protect Seth Rollins. But, you know, John Cena does need a U.S. Open Challenge fucking match. You can't protect everyone, or, matter of fact, let's not protect anyone. After the break, they showed Dallas Cowboys wrestling around like idiots. We get another 6-man tag match. Holy shit, man. They love their 6-man tag matches. Is WWE turning into fucking New Japan? WWE is the fucking horrible, horrible wife. They always do shit that, like, you're like, oh, I like this. And they'll bring, like, the worst of that product. You're like, I really love New Japan. Oh, okay. So you like 6-man tag matches all the time? All right. Sure, WWE, sure. You got Neville, Cesaro, and Ziggler, a.k.a. fucking... I don't know. Can we just buy... Can we just buy fruit baskets or like funeral flowers for these guys? It's just sad. And then you got Sheamus, Barrett, and Rusev. You got the wrestlers versus the sports entertainers. It's a fine, blurry line of who's who. And at the end of the day, they all know their job is to put over fucking dun 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 dun. It's just, it happened. And but I think there's a 6-man tag at the fucking pay-per-view. What kind of horse shit is that? I don't know about you, but here's the thing. Unless you're Dragon Gate, because Dragon Gate is very smart how they do it. If you're not, or, you know, the Trios tournament or something like that. But if you're not a Trios tournament, Dragon Gate or something like that, 6-man tags are completely fucking worthless. These guys could have been busting their ass, but let's be completely honest. It doesn't fucking matter. I have no idea who won this match. I'm going to scroll up in a second. But really, let's just play a game. I have no idea who fucking won this match. Horrible memory. Neville, Cesaro, Ziggler win. Who gives a shit? Sheamus, Barrett, Rusev wins. Who gives a shit? Let's see. Who gives a shit? Sheamus, Barrett, and Rusev. So, yay. That's one for the sports entertainers. For pro wrestlers. Yeah. You know what? I think you know, if you're gonna have this shitty match, at least put this match. You know, I'm backseat booking here, and you're like, hey, this is a pile of shit. But at least put this match in between Cena and Nikki Bella. At least do that. You know. Overall, I enjoyed the match, but like, I watched it. I paid attention. I didn't give a shit because it's a 6-man tag going nowhere. HBK Flair shown backstage. I just wish Flair never wrestled for TNA, and that's not even a knock on TNA. It's just it ruined that WrestleMania moment forever. We return to see Ric Flair already in the ring. Flair has to ask if they're ready and realizes he's already live on camera. Good stuff. Yeah, well, mistakes happen. And then he brings out Ambrose and Reigns and all that. Before Reigns could talk, the Wyatt family comes out, and a lot of people have been wanting less promos from Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns, I think if he doesn't act like John Cena, has potential, but there's so many legends you have that can talk. You have Ric Flair, you have Lawler, and because I think Lawler would be way better as a manager. I think Ric Flair would be way better as a manager. We got Mick Foley. I would get these older wrestlers, retired legends that you still have good relationships with, and have them be managers. Could you imagine Ryback with a mouthpiece? Could you imagine, just these guys need mouthpieces. And then, Bray Wyatt seems to be the only guy that can really cut a great promo these days. Yeah, just have more and more mouthpieces would be great, especially for the guys that can't cut promos. A Ric Flair Four Horsemen type thing would be great, but who knows? And basically the Wyatts come out talking shit, which leads to a Shield reunion, sort of, because backstage, Seth Rollins says he's going to go back. And you know what? I know it's not a reunion, and I know they said it wasn't a reunion. I know it was one night only, but I did not notice how much I missed the Shield until the main event happened. When the main event happened, I was like, you know what? I miss these guys. These guys are a lot better together than separately, even though right now Seth Rollins, minus his cowardly booking, is doing a pretty decent job, and it's a weird situation. All right, so the Shield will be having a reunion. Rob, a.k.a. Cynical, will be fucking happy as shit on that one. You got Charlotte. Yeah! Women's wrestling. Divas Revolution. Woo! Charlotte. Woo! 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 Yeah! Verse. Brie Bella. Of course, because Brie Bella beat her with a fucking eye rake. Of course. What? Can we at least have divas and women separate? Like SmackDown. No one fucking watches SmackDown. Have Nikki, Brie, John. Have them all move in there and have it as the diva division. And then just have Charlotte, Sasha Banks. It's just... And I'm so happy that Khan is in WWE. It's just, dude... there's an internet theory that fucking WWE is signing all your favorite talent not to fucking help WWE in the future, but to ruin indies and all the minor companies. And when you see Charlotte versus Brie Bella, you're like, you're a crazy conspiracy theorist. Prior to seeing a match, like, that's crazy conspiracy theory. Why would WWE pick all your favorite wrestlers just to have them stuck in NXT and ruin them? That's so fucking stupid. They would never do that. Who would run a business like that? You stupid conspiracy theorist. And then Charlotte versus Brie Bella, I'm like, all right, I'm on board. Fuck pro wrestling. All right, let's fucking just destroy this shit. Charlotte gets the figure eight, locks it in, gets a submission win. At least the wrestler won. Yeah. Let's get through this. I was in a lot better mood than I actually started breaking it down. I'm starting to think maybe this was a tie. Maybe I was too excited to see maybe I was just too excited to see the legends. Maybe the last 3 weeks have been so fucking horrible that I was like, this ain't that bad. This ain't that fucking bad. And then, I start breaking it down, reading, and you're like, I was wrong. I was wrong. Mark Henry goes to the ring. There's a lot of rumors about him retiring. Mark Henry's a guy that I wish, if you could backseat book and protect someone, I wish I could do that to Mark Henry. I think Mark Henry could have been a huge star. Not a great wrestler, but a huge star. Mark Henry, Kevin Owens has a match, and the spot of the night, maybe spot of the week, spot in a real long time, especially for WWE standards. Owens hits Mark Henry with a pop-up power bomb, and Mark Henry got up, man, for it, and it was just... I don't know. It was just amazing to watch. I didn't expect it. I didn't see it coming. And, Mark Henry's doing the right thing. It's just a fucking roster of people doing the right thing for one reason only. Dun, 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 dun. Overall, I really enjoyed this match. It's no 5-star clinic, but it's just, you know what? I enjoyed it. I don't think it's, I don't know. I like Kevin Owens, even though I think he's fucking retarded in the head. And I like Mark Henry, even though I don't think he's a great wrestler. But when he popped up, Powerbomb was pretty cool. And then, Texas was a little behind Mark Henry, even though they forgot he was from Texas. They were like, Mark Henry, boo, he's from Texas. Yeah! But I thought spot of the night. I might even say match of the night, maybe. No, I'm not going to say that. Moving on to the main event. Oh, maybe not the main event? Oh, yeah, it is the main event. There's some shit that happens in between. Who gives a fuck? Fast forwarding. Main event, you have the Shield versus the Wyatt family. And to me, this feud is not getting old. There are feuds out there, Okada, Tanahashi, Cena versus anyone, that are just, I've had enough of. But for some reason, I'm not tired of the Shield and the Wyatts. I think they do a great job of fucking moving the storyline along. And I was excited to see the Shield back together. I did not know how much of a fan and how much I missed them together they were until they were in this main event. Especially when it was like, oh, cool, the Shield's together, the Wyatts are together, oh, cool. But as soon as that match actually started and Rollins was doing his thing, I was like, I fucking miss these guys together. I really do. Hopefully they come back together and all that fun stuff. But overall, I thought this was a great match. They had some great moments. It's a very long main event for WWE standards, but it ends with a DQ because the big fucking guy, what the fuck's the big fucking Strowman? The Strowman is going around fucking crushing everyone, and Ambrose had enough, and he beats the fuck out of him with a stick, and he had a DQ. Before that, though, storyline-wise, the Shield were in trouble, and they went to go tag in Seth Rollins, and he faked a leg injury. And it was very predictable, and the timing was a bit off, but still enjoyable. The Wyatt families just went by DQ, but then, dun 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 dun, I'm done. By day, I am over as Roman Reigns, but by night, I turn into Samoan Cena, and everyone hates me. Samoan Cena went absolutely crazy. He did. There was 2 good spots. I think it's because of his size, and we're used to main eventers and chosen ones not actually doing anything. Roman Reigns jumps over the top rope and lands on the Wyatts. There's spears, Superman punches. I don't know what fucking Dean Ambrose is doing. This whole team's like, all right, you got it, Samoan Cena. I'd like to see just Dean Ambrose in a recliner eating popcorn. I'm sure he was doing something. But, yeah, so, and the Wyatts walk away sad, and it's kind of like, oh, yeah, the Wyatts have to put over everyone. Because fucking Roman Reigns knows it. We know that. You know that. I know that. Fucking alligator in the back knows it. Kurt Angle with hair knows it. Yamato fucking knows it. Everyone fucking knows. Wyatts ain't fucking winning shit. So I thought the Wyatts could at least get the upper hand. I mean, a winner by DQ and then Samoan Cena going crazy, I just think it's bullshit. You have to protect the Wyatts. I mean, you got to protect them. So overall, enjoyed it. Then there was the podcast with Stone Cold. Nothing too major breaking. I thought the most interesting out of it, and I said this in the beginning of the show, so I apologize if you've been here the whole time, the Stone Cold Brock Lesnar podcast. The thing I found interesting was just the struggle after, just the struggle in college and after college that Brock Lesnar went through. And, I don't know, it was more down to earth. One thing I want to nitpick, because I like Stone Cold's podcast a million times better than Jericho's. One thing I want to nitpick, though, is they go all, breaking kayfabe, shoot style, and then, for the last question, they go back into kayfabe, and it just seems out of place. I would stop doing that if I ever used Stone Cold. Because, Stone Cold definitely, a guy who's fucking made millions of dollars and has millions of views will definitely listen to KocoSports. But, hey, you never know. I do know. He's not going to listen. All right, on Twitter, D-Rox is going crazy. Here you go. All right, so he's just sending me women's wrestlers. I heard a rumor that Khan only signed with WWE to get people interested in Yoshi wrestling. That's a possibility. I'm surprised she signed because she's like a legit celebrity. Um, you know, I'm surprised Kenta signed, to be honest, just because of her track record. But who knows? Maybe they'll turn it around. Maybe Kana and Kenta will open that gate. Maybe they'll be. I was going to say Christopher Columbus, but it seems like everyone on Facebook is a historian now. But yeah, hopefully they open the doors. Hopefully they'll be like the CM Punk of the Indies for Japanese wrestlers. Let's see. I just had a piano noise go off. I don't know what the hell that piano noise means, but moving on. People keep stealing your videos, Dave. How do you feel about this? Okay, wait. Yeah, okay. Fernelli, if people keep stealing your videos, Dave, how do you feel about it? I don't know. I believe. I don't know. I don't understand why. It's for free. You can have it. If they put it on another platform, and that would make a lot more sense because you're like, oh, here's a YouTuber, but stealing the videos and not. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't see the effort. Like you can embed it. You can. I guess they're trying to steal views, but here's this thing: we're not that popular. Like I think I'm more confused by it. Like there has to be a reason why they're doing it. I don't know. Because I mean, if you're gonna pirate it, why not pirate something that actually gets lots of views? Like we'll get lucky every now and then to get like 27,000 views, but that's nothing compared to what people pirate. Or Monday Night Raws. Like to us, our channel. This is how we decide if a video is good. Our channel is like, oh, if we get 1,000 views, it was a good show. That's what like we judge it by. If it gets anything over, we're always like, oh, maybe that was just a little bit luck. Maybe it was just a placement of Google and YouTube. It's something like that. But you're pirating something that has like 1,000 views, unless it's like another person trying to fuck over our show for SEO. I don't know. I'm sure if it was my livelihood, I'd maybe give a shit more. But yeah, I don't know. I got mixed feelings. I'm more confused why. You know what I mean? It's like going out. It's like going out and someone stealing something that has very little value to the world. And like, why? Why are you stealing? So I guess I'm more confused by it. I'm sure there's some evil plan that they have hatched up, like level 1, steal KocoSports video. Level 2, we're not sure. Level 3, millionaires. I'm not really sure. What the fuck? 9 dislikes. What the fuck? I didn't even check out the 9 dislikes. Spoiler, motherfucker. Oh well. Hopefully if I could put why. Like that's one thing about YouTube. I wish if they had dislikes, they would say why. I'd appreciate that option. But that's just me. All right, let me refresh. Holy shit. 9 dislikes. Son of a bitch. All right, 17 and 8. We turned one around. I don't know. A lot of times, dislikes are either another show. They dislike what I say, but oh well, what can you do? Or they think it's like the real live Raw. We get a lot of that, but usually we don't get that many dislikes on a live show. That's interesting. I wonder if they left any messages. I guess not. Boom, 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 boom. As far as likes and dislikes, I just try to get more likes than dislikes. That's the battle. That's my win-loss. So I'm 17 and 8 right now. That's never good. Oh well. I'm an experienced journeyman in boxing. Boom, boom, boom. All right, 17 and 8. Comments currently unavailable. Thanks, YouTube. I didn't want to see my own comments. Let me refresh again. Oh, we're 17 and 9. Son of a bitch. YouTube just wanted to make sure that they knew. They knew. Let's see. Remy Som says, I feel bad for Blue Pants Leva Bates. Oh, I do. She's such a sweet person, such a great person. I got to meet her. I used to run a lot of shows in Florida Indies, and before I moved to Japan, I just hung out at Indies. I didn't really run shows, but holy shit, man, Florida Indies. Promoters need to promote. So she was such a sweet person, such a kind person, and it just sucks. Her situation is so messed up, and the company so claims there's a positive environment to work in. No, it's not. It's it's an ass-kissing environment that people fuck each other over. It's a horrible place to work. There's a lot of people that just turn it down. A lot of fans are like, oh, it'd be a dream come true. No, it's not. And no, it's not. It's not at all. I try not to talk about it too much, but I've been offered jobs at WWE, and I've turned them down. The pay is horrible, and they treat you bad. It's just easier to be a fan. When I was in radio before my stutter and speech problem happened, um, I would interview I promised him I'd never say his name, but I interviewed an intercontinental champion. He was an active intercontinental champion at the time. And I said, "Hey, champ, why don't you buy me lunch?" And like, it wasn't on air, obviously. He's like, "Dude, I can't afford shit." I'm like, "You're a champ." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "WWE, you got to be fucking hooked up." And me just sitting on my ass doing nothing, I made a lot more money than he was busting his ass. And I bought him lunch. It's just, some people are like, "Oh, you fucking worked you," but who would want to do that? You're fucking eating something. I don't know. But yeah, if you want, sometimes their pay gets leaked out. Like the GoDaddy girl, her paycheck was ridiculously low. Ridiculously low. I imagine most of her money came from GoDaddy. Her WWE contract was so low, it was ridiculous. But yeah, every now and then the numbers leak out, and they're not that great considering it's just not a good company to work for. And it's just not. Um, Unless, of course, you are an ass kisser that doesn't give a fuck about money, but I guess that's on you, man. That's on you. The problem is with WWE is they're kind of monopoly in a special type of entertainment, and people grow up dreaming of working for WWE, and they definitely take advantage of that. Even CM Punk has talked about that. They take advantage of it, and it just depends. Like at your age, like I think if you're a 19-year-old, yeah, maybe work for WWE is a great experience. You don't want to stay there forever, but if you have like one or two kids, you're good. You're good, if I can know. And it just depends on how much you make. It's just not as great of a job and a great work environment as they say it is, at all, at all. And it's sad because like it's not a real work environment. Like you go backstage and just everyone has to kiss everyone's ass. It's there's professionalism, and yeah, you won't be bothered too much, but there's also a point where like I remember fucking who was it? I think Alpha Junior. I was going around talking to wrestlers, and Alpha Junior's like, "Fuck off," and like it was like opposite. It was like, "Holy shit, you're not kissing my ass. Hey, mind if I fucking sit down and play cards?" Like it's a weird fucking environment, and you'll lose a lot of respect for a lot of fucking entertainers slash athletes, depending on how you look at them. And that's why, and that's why like a lot of people don't say, like they're just stuck in it. But I don't know. Some people maybe their work environment's worse than WWE. If it is, I feel bad for you. But it just depends on the situation. And the top guys get paid a lot of money, but the undercard guys don't get paid that much. FCW and XT guys, they don't all get paid much. It just depends. There's some really sad contracts and how they treat you and stuff. So it's one of those things. Maybe your dream is to work there, but once you get there, you're just like, this might not be as great of a dream as I thought it was going to be. Rennie Sum says 2015 may be the end of TNA. I took a break from TNA, but yeah, the recent reports are not looking good as of late. Yeah, it just TNA has an uphill battle, and they have an idiot driving. And yeah, I don't want to see them go out of business, but I have no hope for them. Like the product, I don't know. I just after the Matt Hardy situation, I had to take a break, and yeah, it's just I don't want them to go out of business, but at the same time, I don't even want to watch their show anymore. I just took a break. I don't want to say I'll never watch it because people are like, well, back in 2015, you said you'd never watch it. Now it's the best product in the world, and you're watching it. You're a hypocrite. So I don't want to say I'll never watch it, but as of right now, there's nothing interests me about it. Rennie Sum says, wow, TNA, the Great Khali just joined TNA just recently. Oh, boy. And then Brandon says, yeah, dude, Dixie's finished. I imagine that's just a PR campaign in India. Great Khali is actually really, really famous in India. So, they're trying to get a lot. Because TNA, according to sources, does really good in the UK, even though people have shot that theory down, and India. And as a guy who used to own Combat TV, it's an old internet TV station before people even knew what those fucking things were. Yeah, you can make a lot of money in India in entertainment, and you can make a lot of money in Brazil in entertainment. And so, yeah, I don't know if Great Khali will be on Impact. Maybe if Khali has a good agent, but it's probably just like here's a local celebrity. It's the same as if you had an athlete. You know, if you went locally and you're like, here's a baseball player. So yeah, I don't know how long he'll be there. I imagine this is just a PR stunt. Rennie Sums. It seems like WWE, Evolve, New Japan, and TNA want Albert Del Rio badly. Interesting. I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with Del Rio. I don't know. I think there's two Del Rios. Because, like, sometimes Del Rio goes out there and you're just like, holy shit, he's one of the fucking best in the world. And then sometimes he goes out there and you're just like, what the fuck, man? I don't know. I would like to see him in New Japan. Evolve and WWE are kind of in the same boat these days. And TNA, I don't know. I think TNA and Lucha Underground, I think once they come back, that's when Del Rio will come. Due to his popularity in Latin marketing and other things. Yeah. That makes sense. I would love to see Del Rio if he can hold his own in New Japan. I don't know if I would want him there for long term, but a match or two, that would be really interesting. Brandon Matthews says, yeah, I meant how Kenny King fucked over Delirious and Cornette, Brett Titus, the entire ROH roster, and how Haas and Benjamin wanted to beat the shit out of him after the show, after he showed up at TNA tapings after winning the ROH tag titles. Delirious should have never allowed him to come back. Yeah, but in wrestling, people are always forgiving each other. I think Kenny King made a huge mistake, not just because he burnt the bridge at Ring of Honor, which obviously they built that bridge back up, but he went nowhere in TNA, and it's just sad. Rennie Sum says, I don't want to see Ricochet and Angelico ever in WWE. Please, Ricochet, stay in Lucha Undergrounds and Indies, and Angelico, please stay in AAA and Lucha Underground too. Yeah. I don't know. I got mixed feelings. I think Ricochet is one of the best in the world. I'm a real fan of Angelico. I mostly found out about him through Lucha Underground and then, expanded from there. But Ricochet is absolutely amazing. And it's weird because you're like, you want to see your favorite and the best be on the biggest stage, but the biggest stage has a track record of fucking them up. So it's like such a weird situation when you see your favorite athletes go there. And it's weird because like a lot of times when I see my favorite athlete go to WWE, I'm more worried about them than happy or sad. I'm like, oh man, I hope they don't mess them up. I hope they don't mess them up. I hope they don't mess them up. It's a weird feeling. I am Mike Ashman. I honestly think, in my opinion, this has been one of the most important years in pro wrestling, but it yet is up there for the most embarrassing year in pro wrestling. Yeah, I guess it just depends what you're watching. I just hope the alternatives continue to work together and let go of the egos. That is the only hope we have for all the talents to wake up and realize they don't have to depend only on WWE. Yeah, and that'd be good for everyone. Yeah, it's just, I think it's weird, and I've said this before. Growing up, we had a tape trade, and it was hard. Now it's easy as hell, and people are just stuck. It's routine. But also, there's also a lot of it. Like sometimes people will be like, have you ever watched this company? And I'm like, dude, I'm watching like 6+ hours of wrestling a day because, well, I fucking need to prioritize. Sorry, I fucked up that word. I have to get my life on the right track. But there's tons of wrestling out there I've never seen. Maybe there's too much of it. Maybe it's overwhelming, but hopefully more people check it out. Because like someone will always come on like, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? I'm like, no. I watch tons of wrestling and I haven't seen it yet. Especially when you have companies like TNA fucking around when they have all the tools to be a leader of change. Yeah, the only problem, they have all the tools to be a key leader of change. They just don't have a real leader. I caught the news that talents were scheduled for live events on October 29th, 30th, 31st, and November 1st, with October 30th event was actually going to be another one-night-only taping. Talents were then notified that they would be getting partial pay for those dates, although those figures were not a lot. Sources at WWE. Oh, Jesus Christ, I could just fucking hear TNA defenders. You know what? I think the TNA fan base makes me fucking hate TNA more than TNA does. That's going to give me some fucking heat. Sources at WWE, Lucha Underground, New Japan, and AAA all confirmed getting phone calls from TNA talent inquiring about possibilities of coming in. Oh, that'd be sweet. With the Dudley Boys return, I wouldn't be surprised if the Hardys return in 2016. Yeah, probably. I'm just not a big fan of the Hardys, no matter where they are. Especially from inserts from this interview Jeff did with the Daily Star. Jeff Hardy talked about how frustrated he is, lack of success. Yeah, I read this where he's like, I don't know why. I'm like, are you fucking high right now? What the fuck do you mean you don't know why? Like, I can give you fucking 80,000 reasons why TNA is doing fucking horrible. And I'll give you and you're still making mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, here's one free advice, TNA. Free advice. Write it down, right? You have a bad reputation. Is it warrant? Who knows? That doesn't fucking matter. We have to live in reality. You have a bad reputation. Going on interviews and having wrestlers go, oh, well, we're just going to be positive. I'm just thinking about myself. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, the secret. That's not winning fans over. That's not. Now, granted, but the fact that every TNA roster person says the same fucking interview means they were coached, meaning that you are fucking retarded. Coach your athletes, coach your entertainers fucking better. You fucking PR nightmare. This is how you say it. Ready? Ready? Here you go. Pretend I'm every TNA star ever. Whoa, fucking TNA has a bad reputation. Be like, yeah, we made mistakes, but I think we have a fan base. I think we're going the right way, and we are going to prove them wrong. That's what you say. You don't say, I'm going to stay in our positive little bubble. Oh, people are just going to hate because they're going to hate. No, that is loser talk. All you're going to do is your very small religion, I'm not even going to call it a fan base, religion is going to be like, yeah, fuck the internet, and your ratings are never going to go up. Your ticket sales are never going to go up because no one fucking want to watch TNA when there's problems like Matt Hardy fucking ruining a 2-year storyline in 4 fucking days when there's fucking problems and you're like, well, I don't understand why. What do you mean you don't understand why? Fucking no. What don't you mean? No. And then like, oh, just stay in a positive little bubble. All right, stay in your positive little bubble and watch your fucking audience do nothing. Fucking no. Go out. Like, if I owned TNA, I would literally fucking fire Dixie Carter and then be like, we're sorry. We're starting over. That's it. That's it. There's so many fucking mistakes you've made. I don't understand. I don't understand. Really? Fucking, let's talk about your main event. Can we just start there? Let's talk about you. You personally. Fucking I don't understand. I fucking understand completely, and I've had a fucking enough. Angels baseball. Lost, and I didn't have a breaking point. I just went in for expecting much and didn't get much. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we forgot about asking for breaking points. Yeah. Next time I'll be more clear. If it's a win, what was the best thing about it? You know, anyway, yeah. I don't know if I had a breaking point. I think my breaking point was actually reviewing it. When I actually watched it, I was tricked by it because it's been so horrible. You know, it's like, you know, going up to, you know, let's say Monday Night Raw is a human being. And you go up to him and you're like, can I have some soup, sir? And for 3 weeks, he just fucking punches you in the face and pisses down your fucking throat. And then the last night, or this show, you're like, can I have some soup, Mr. Raw? And he just fucking throws some like shitty-ass Campbell's fucking tomato soup that's been on the fucking refrigerator and fucking, you know, it's got that little crit. It's just horrible. It's horrible. It's not good Campbell's soup, man. And you drink it, and you're like, wow, this is pretty goddamn good. I didn't get punched in the face and pissed down my fucking throat. Raw, the night of desperation for ratings. Yeah, that's fucking the night of too many stars. Yeah, exactly. It could be really sad if Raw had a series low tomorrow. I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to see WWE and TNA fail, but not fail like be completely gone. Because, you know, at the end of the day, we still are pro wrestling fans. But just like tough love. You know what I mean? Tough fucking love. Just be like, all right, here you go, all right. You know, at least they're in panic mode. It's just they're not really delivering anything. All right, I'm going to do one more thing of comments, and then we're going to wrap this bad boy up. Thank you all. Street Dude is watching us on Google+. Much love. Appreciate it. Nothing new on the Twitters. D-Rock always rock. Everyone go follow at D_ROXX73. I don't have much street cred. Usually I'm like, go do this. And the internet infantry's like, fuck off. We ain't going to do anything. All right. Glad you're here. Boop, boop. I think my audience hates the dislikes more than I do. There's a lot of like, I can't believe you got a dislike. Yes, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Appreciate that. Appreciate you having my back. All right. Check out ProWrestling.me, and I'm gonna refresh. And woohoo! We won a guy back. Like, there's 8 guys that definitely fucking hate us, but there's like that 9th guy who goes back and forth. He's like, I don't hate him. I hate him. I don't hate him. I hate him. So we're 20 and 8. Not too bad. We're making a comeback. Thank you so much for the likes. Let me get some spam comments. That's not a spam comment, Google. Come on. Get your shit down. Get your shit ready. There we go. Sorry, just messing around with Google. While messing around with Google, please sign up for ProWrestling.me as we are trying to build up the thing. All right. Oh, we don't actually have that many. All right, these will be the last 2 comments, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. I don't know what it is East Coast time, but I appreciate you staying up late. All right. Boop, 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 boop. Yep, I'm going to go with these will be the last 2 comments. Mr. Kusagi Kaiser 999. I totally said that. I'm going to call you Mr. 999. 999 yen for New Japan World. Not a paid spot, but you should watch New Japan. I'm sure you do. Loss. It started with desperation, begging for ratings. Very true. Still hopeful because was Lesnar. Yeah, Taker and Austin. But the moment those left, shit just took over. I stay long to see Seth and HBK promo. That, as much as I love HBK, he actually makes a decent promo. It was actually insulting to the new generation, and that somehow hit me. I have to stop watching. I don't even know who wins, Seth or Ryback. Seth Rollins wins cleanly with a pedigree. I just feel so sad to all the guys busting their ass for this shitty company. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that last sentence. I think that's how I feel. Rennie Sum says Vince McMahon himself is interested in signing more TNA stars when the company goes down. Well, that's good. At least you'll have, at least you'll have jobs and stuff, and hopefully you get things. Because I think, there's some really, I don't know, it's so weird. I don't know, maybe I'm just too hard, but I think, like, athlete-wise, we're living a great time of professional wrestling. I think booking, promoting-wise, and making decisions, we're in the worst thing. So it's such a weird fucking situation because, besides John Cena, Randy Orton, Dave Bautista, Kane, a select few, there's not that many shitty fucking athletes. And even then, you can kind of make a point for that list. You're like, well, he's good considering. So I think it's weird. In ring-wise, the product is improving. It's just booking and not showing it. And it's just, I don't know, it's fucking sad. But Bobby Roode, EC3, Eric Young, I think have to be the favorites. Just have to be. Rennie Sum says, Vince McMahon himself is interested. Oh, we just read that. All right, I think we're done. We are done, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to eat lunch, and then I'm going to hang out with my kids. Why did I tell you that? Because I'm stalling for another YouTube comment, which isn't there. 22 and 9. All right, we gained some likes, and we gained that dislike. I wonder who Mr. 9 is. At least be brave enough to be like, I'm Mr. 9 in the comments. Appreciate it. Thank you for listening to me run my mouth. Sorry, LK couldn't be here. LK is going to be pissed at me because of timing. I had a babysitter. Wrestling Rantin, much love. So check out LKVIP at ProWrestling.me. Check out Wrestling Rantin, American a la carte, and a lot of our friends, Geek Essentials and all that. We're trying to build a great community at ProWrestling.me. It's still at the building phases, but go over there, check it out. And I'm going to hard sell you by the end. Also, check out KocoSports.net. Thanks to how much traffic we got, we had to move servers. It's on a faster, better server. And Jerry and the gang has been working really hard on it. I'm hoping to do a Stump the Idiot. I want to do a podcast a day, but just real life has been getting in the way. So I apologize. I have to be more dedicated to this YouTube channel. I've kind of been dropping the ball, so I just want to apologize to the internet of dream loyal audience. I just appreciate you being part of the show, man. I really like it. All right, ProWrestling.me, KocoSports.net. Like, comment, subscribe, and if my life doesn't suck, I will be back tomorrow with a Stump the Idiot, which will be Q&A. Like, comment, subscribe, ProWrestling.me, KocoSports.net, and I'm going to say something random. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are the greatest thing in the world. With that, I am over on. Plus, the Giants lost. Goddamn Tokyo Giants. Hara. They fired Hara. All right, with that, I'm really over now. I am over.